Welcome. Welcome to Box Clever Live at the Wharton Academy in Grantham. You join us here in the first week of rehearsal of our production of Macbeth. And the company has a policy of rehearsing in residence in schools and invites on a daily basis students to join us in rehearsal to see a play being made. My name's Michael. I'm the Artistic Director of Box Clever, and I'd like to introduce to you the three actors who are going to perform our production of Macbeth. So, would you like to introduce yourselves?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Menashe. I'm playing Lady Macbeth and one of the witches.
Hello, my name's Elliot. I'm playing Macbeth and one of the witches.
Hello, my name is Thomas. I am playing Macduff, one of the witches, and a lot of varies of other characters within the play.
The running time is approximately 16 minutes by production, so as you can imagine, there are some bits of the original left out. I would think about 75-80% is original Macbeth, the rest is contemporary English. Now the approach that the company has to its adaptations is that we take a line, we tell the story of Shakespeare's original, but we take a line, an angle, and our angle in this iteration is the relationship of Macbeth and Lady Macbeth. So, what we're going to do now is rehearse a wee bit from the play, and we've reached a point where Macbeth has been crowned King of Scotland, and but all is not well, and everything hasn't gone quite to plan, and all is not rosy in the garden. So we're going to look at that scene from the coronation to the death of Banquo, and then we've got a chance to respond to any comments or questions that have come through about the production. So anyway, sit back and enjoy. Thank you. Right, shall we take it from the coronation? Is that all right?
Yeah,
Okay, can you imagine that we haven't got a soundtrack at the moment to go with this, so, but there will be when we do it. But should we take it from the coronation and carry on?
Yep. Great. Of course.
Thank you.
What point?
As in starting from Macduff.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Into it. Yeah. Lovely.
So, just before we start, again, from a production point of view, we try and keep things very simple, a bit globe-like, as in Shakespeare's Globe, where we have a very simple, bare stage, and you can see our set comprises of three rostra. We have these kind of Gothic lights, look like candles, don't they, peppered around the stage, and we have some lights and microphones that we use. So it's a very simple approach. As in Shakespeare's time, it relied upon the writing and the actors themselves principally to be compelling for the audience to listen to. And we take a similar approach. So, shall we go? Are we ready for the coronation?
Already. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. No worries.
And what about Macduff?
5. He's gone and sat down.
And left without saying goodbye? He's going to miss my big day, isn't he?
I wouldn't save a pew for him at your coronation.
He'll rue the time that clogs me with this answer.
and valiant Macbeth! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! How does it feel, eh? King, Cawdor, gloves. Got it all?
To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus.
To be safely thus? What does he mean to be safely thus?
What do you mean?
I mean, our fears in Banquo stick deep.
His fears in Banquo?
Our fears in Banquo stick deep.
Oh! Oh, he heard us, didn't he?
Who?
Macbeth on the heath.
At the start of the play.
At the start of the play, Macbeth heard us hail Banquo, father to a line of kings.
Father to a line of kings, I remember.
Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown and put a barren sceptre in my grip. Thence to be wrenched with an alluvial hand, no son of mine proceeded.
Thank you. We haven't got a costume at the moment, but what is particularly interesting in this scene, as you can see, is how our three base characters are the three witches. And you saw earlier with Lady Macbeth becoming queen to Macbeth's king, she then went back into witch mode. So you have these two characters becoming two of the witches, and Macbeth retains the role of Macbeth. With costume and excellent characterization, the audience would understand that. Could we just try that section again, the transition into the witches?
Yep.
Can you be more in cahoots together?
Yeah.
Of course.
So could you, Menashe, could you try the minute he realises? Can you both realise and say, "Oh, well, I know it's not. I know he almost, but you kind of.
Yeah.
You're like a big
Yeah.
behind."
It's like the brain, yeah.
Okay. These aren't chairs, by the way. These are kind of mannequins.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
So they're busts.
Yeah.
And they represented busts that we garb the costumes onto, which helps to
We've got a number of these around the place.
One here, one there. One there. Yeah.
We good?
Yeah, all good. Would you like to go from...
We'll just go from here. So he's
silent for the audience,
we've gone. Lady Macbeth's gone. So Menashe, when you leave, you exit as Lady Macbeth, and then at what point do you go into witch?
So I leave as Lady Macbeth, and then we come here, and there'll be a witch's hoodie for me to put on, and then.
Right. Shh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So from...
And I think, if you can really make it, when you two have reprised the witches' roles,
Yeah.
can you really enjoy, because you've established that kind of
Being back,
that relationship being two, and physically as well, it's kind of fun that, when you think of the supernatural in Macbeth, and you think of all the manifestations of that, owls screeching, gargoyles on buildings. I think you two, the way you stand. So, for example, if TJ, if you go onto the floor, if you can run up onto the set, onto the roster here, and end up in a crouching position, demons and goblins and elves and have that kind of feel that this is something different.
This roster or this roster?
Pardon?
This roster?
Try this one.
Yeah.
That's the idea. Yeah, that's the idea. Did you see that, ladies and gentlemen? Did you see that? He started as Thomas, and he ended up as an imp.
Imp.
He's an imp. You see, that's something. That's something. Menashe, yeah?
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So the minute you leave Lady Macbeth, you move into that. So play with that.
Yeah.
And it's quite nice that you exaggerate your reaction. Oh my goodness! He's going to get rid of Banquo.
Yeah.
Why is he going to get rid of Banquo? Why is he going to... And audience online, you can't see this, but we allocate characters to students in a very safe way, by the way. So if a student is allocated to play the role of Banquo, nothing happens to him or her. No, it's completely safe. But that's why they're looking over here. Did you see the way Eliot's gaze? Because he's staring at the student that's being cast as Banquo. But I think enjoy that as well. So
enjoy the story.
Don't feel restrained by
the Oscars.
just staying. I think enjoy that playfulness.
Cool.
Because you've got the stillness here in Macbeth.
Yeah.
Elliot, what's going through your mind here then?
Well, the only reason I've killed Duncan, the reason I've killed Duncan is essentially become meaningless because I don't have any kids. So I'm at the moment my role, thank you, is going to be taken over by Banquo's children, because the witches have said Banquo's children will be kings. I believe witches' prophecies to be true because I've become Cawdor, I've now become king. But what if I become these two things? Banquo's kids are inevitably going to be kings. So how do I stop that happening?
Right. So your thinking is, if I then erase Banquo and his lineage, that
means I've got full reign.
Right.
Yeah, then pass the lineage on to my lady.
Let's take it from exit of Lady Ed. Can we just go to that?
Yep.
How does it feel, eh? King, Cawdor, Glass, got it all.
To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus.
To be safely thus. What does he mean to be safely thus?
That's lovely. Sorry to interrupt again. I guess it's probably irritating at home, but listen to what he's saying.
Yeah.
So you hear what he's saying. You then have got to communicate. But I think rather than just keeping it, try and bring in some physical movement and then part. Yeah, it's just from an audience point of view, it's quite interesting to see if it's too. I think you're missing a trick. I think if you could animate that a little bit, it would be helpful. So to be thus. So
King, Cawdor, Glass, got it all.
To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus.
To be safely thus. What does he mean to be safely
I
thus?
wonder whether we could have an impish jump there.
Yeah, of course.
Back on.
Should
I
be
think
able
both
to.
would be good. It's also these make quite a nice sound. So it's a big impish jumping sound. See? It's not because he's a heavyweight actor, by the way, in case you doubt, but it's because of the wood.
Set.
Okay, got that?
Yeah.
And again, same points.
How does it feel, eh? King, Cawdor, Glass, got it all.
To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus.
To be safely thus. What does he mean to be safely thus?
What do you mean?
I mean, our fears in Banquo stick deep.
Where's Banquo?
His
Can
fears.
you come over to the and give me that? Did you hear that? You know the second line, to be safely. But this is to be. It's not enough to be king. I need that secured. To be safely thus. That's the point. To be safely thus. See, our fears in Banquo. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, everyone, that's Banquo there. Cool. It's almost like another.
Yeah.
That's quite fun.
Yeah.
Almost right off. You can spring off.
Like a spring off,
And last year, so go boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Just do it forward.
Yeah.
Go back.
How got it all.
To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus.
To be safely thus. What does he mean? To be safely thus.
What do you mean?
I mean, our fears in Banquo stick deep.
His fears in Banquo.
Our fears in Banquo stick deep.
And so that is so. I don't know. What do you think? Let's ask people at home. Let's ask people at home. Would you? I think they liked it. I think they liked it. Could you add? Could you on that last one? Could you do just a little jump down?
Oh, so rather than a step, it's just
Or just on that? It gives it extra emphasis on.
fears and Banquo.
Because this whole point, isn't it? This is this.
Banquo.
He was part of the prophecies at the beginning.
Yeah.
So that's quite nice. That's lovely movement, actually. That was you down and Elliot, some move either off there or something there just to give added
cool,
emphasis.
okay.
Don't know, just a thought. Just
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Play.
And back again. Back again.
Back again.
When students visit rehearsal, what's really important is that they witness the actors together with the director, finding out how best to tell the story. So it's not about Elliot as king, stand there, move that. We're experimenting. We're trying things out and trying to find that best way of telling the story most effectively.
Yeah.
So and it does seem, we've only what, 5 or 6 lines that we're working on. Yet we're constantly, and that's as an approach, the more you revisit something, whether it's reading to yourself or reading aloud, the more you revisit, the more you uncover. And particularly with text, particularly with Shakespeare, the more you read and reread, the more you uncover. End of story.
And so it's like at the start of the play, the when shall we three meet again, that tension that we were holding at the start when we were doing that line run, return to that sort of elastic band kind of energy.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And the audience will recognise.
It'll be call back to that. Got it.
Do you mind if we just that little bit at the beginning?
When shall we three meet again? Yeah.
Can we just reprise that just to give the audience an understanding?
A taste of that.
Because we established the witches right at the beginning, and everyone will recognise these lines. But as important is that we also establish the actors in those roles.
Yeah.
So when they revisit those roles, as the production continues, the audience recognise that. Because the danger, of course, is, and I think, a question often asked is, how do you avoid confusion? If you've only got 3 actors, how do you maintain that clarity? And for the vast majority of the production, Elliot plays Macbeth, and the audience know he's Macbeth. And Menashe plays Lady Macbeth. They both go to witches, but essentially they know that's Macbeth and that's Lady Macbeth. Okay, should we just do that opening bit?
Yeah, of course.
So this is right from the beginning. I'm just going back for a bit, just so you can see the establishing of these witches.
Yeah.
These candles are always extinguished at the end of the day's rehearsal, so there's no safety issue there.
When shall we three meet again?
In thunder!
Lightning!
Or in rain!
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won.
That'll be ever set aside!
Where the place?
Oh, what the heat!
There to meet with Macbeth!
Well done. You see, I mean, physically, from a point of view of drama, so they physically inhabit those characters. And it's interesting, I noticed there a little bit, you're starting playing with hands and fingers.
Yeah.
And it's interesting when it's as strong as being still, not doing anything is really strong, but for some reason the humans are, you're pulled towards looking at faces and hands. We see, when you move a hand, we see it.
Yeah.
And if you position your hand, we see it.
Yeah.
Right, so remember that. Let's go back to the back post-coronation, and you'll see them reprise the witches.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I think, can we go from to be thus, to be safely thus?
Yeah.
And so Elliot, as King Macbeth said, the point is to be safely thus.
Yeah.
That's the point. There's no point being king if Banquo's going to become, if his kids are going to become king. What's the point of killing Duncan?
Yeah.
To be safely thus. What
does he mean?
So exactly. So what's important? What we're trying to encourage here is the witches. They're not playing stupid, but they are exaggerating their responses.
Okay.
To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus.
To be safely thus. What does he mean to be safely thus?
What do you mean?
I mean, our fears in Banquo stick deep.
His fears in Banquo.
Our fears in Banquo stick deep.
Oh!
Yeah. That was like, it's almost like, oh, you need to go regroup. Yeah, that's great. Regroup. He's come down. Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to there.
I don't know where, but it feels like,
Yeah.
oh!
Yeah, it's like Macbeth takes that energy and we
Yeah.
freeze. Yeah.
Just go from Elliot's final jump down.
What do you think?
That's quite nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Elliot, your line?
Our fears in Banquo stick deep.
Oh! He heard us, didn't he?
Can you move with a oh, and then reach position and then carry on the guard.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
The danger is if you're talking and moving.
Yeah.
And if you're playing, if you've got the audience on four sides and you're in a hall, you know the danger is if the minute the audience misalign, particularly with Shakespeare, it's difficult to get what do they say, what do they mean? So I think that's lovely. Use the reaction of oh, move wherever you want to go to, and then
talk. Yeah. Okay.
and then you can find a moment to read.
Yeah. So.
Elliot's line.
Yeah.
Our fears in Banquo stick deep.
Oh! He heard us, didn't he?
Home.
Macbeth on the heath.
At the start of the play.
At the start of the play, Macbeth heard us. Hail, Banquo, father to a line of kin.
Father to the line of kings.
I've got a couple of minutes coming.
Yeah.
I think well done. I think with him coming back on there, that's a higher jump in thingy.
Yeah.
Go on, see if you can do it. Oh.
Yeah.
Scale of 1 to 10. Everyone at home, what do you think? 8. That's not bad.
Not bad.
That's nice. Got the idea? Let's
Yeah.
go back from Elliot's last one.
Cool.
That's really nice. Oh!
Yeah.
God, he's getting.
Yeah. Okay.
It's finally the pennies dropped.
Pennies dropped. Yeah.
Our fears in Banquo stick deep.
Oh! He heard us, didn't he? Macbeth on the heath.
At the start of the play.
At the start of the play, Macbeth heard us. Hail, Banquo, father to a line of kings.
Father to the line of kings. I remember.
Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown and put a barren sceptre in my grip.
That's quite nice. And if Elliot decides to move over here, you have to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Because he's not getting out of the way from you.
No.
Yeah.
Another a wee technique there. When Menashe is saying something to you, listen to acknowledge. Don't. Yeah. Physically, go,
Physically listen. Yeah.
Yeah. Your
body.
imps are incapable of multitasking.
Okay. They can only run or speak.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're not the brightest. It's not the brightest of imps. Right. Let's go back for a second.
Okay.
Upon my head they placed a... Not, that's too early, too late. Our fears in Banquo stick deep.
Oh! He heard us, didn't he?
Who?
Macbeth on the heath.
At the start of the play!
At the start of the play, Macbeth heard us hail Banquo father to a line of kings.
Father to a line of kings! Remember.
Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown, and put the barren sceptre in my grip, thence to be wrenched with a lineal hand, no son of mine preceding.
I get why the boy's stressing.
You can put all that effort into getting to the top.
For Banquo's issue I have barred my mind, for them the gracious Duncan have I murdered.
And to have your best friend take it all away.
There is none but he, whose being I do fear.
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. Now, that's an example of exactly what you want. It's the actor on themselves finding that route to journey, and because in his head he understands the context.
Yeah.
That's a really nice.
Nice.
That's nice stuff going off there. You're getting
Yeah.
on. What's the stressing? I don't know if you heard this. There's a couple of amongst the Shakespeare. There was a couple of contemporary lines. What are the stressing lines? Give me that again.
I get why the boy's stressing.
And then,
You put all that effort into getting to the top.
yeah. So it's not. This is important. It's not meant to be at all patronising, but it's a kind of every now and again there's a handlebar. It's like, so what's going on? It's not. It's an acknowledgement that, yeah, we all take things in different ways. We all experience the world in different ways, and it's just a little moment where we go. So this is what's Macbeth's stressing a bit.
Yeah.
It's a little summary, if you like. Now, it didn't quite work then in terms of how it came out. It felt a bit
What,
sort of
distressing, you mean?
yeah. The two lines, not your fault. It was the lines just seemed slightly. I don't know. It's somehow. It felt slightly odd. So we need to just find a way of making it. I don't know. Make it not sound odd, I suppose. Can we just go back to that last Eliot's just his last one?
Yeah.
That's all. Keep all that. That's
Keep
really
all that.
nice. And I think when he comes underneath,
Yeah.
I think you could almost come underneath with him.
Cool.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Our fears in Banquo stick deep.
Oh! He heard us, didn't he?
Who?
Macbeth! At the start of the play!
At the start of the play!
At the start of the play, he heard us hail Banquo father to a line of kings!
Father to a line of kings! I remember.
Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown, and put the barren sceptre in my grip, thence to be wrenched with an unlineal hand, no son of mine preceding.
I wonder whether you went. If you went that way.
Go that way.
Yeah. And if you come up there, you can come around either side here and do that stressing.
Cool. Yeah.
Just need to-
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not telling you what to do, but just try that.
Of course.
I'm only brought in at the last minute to sort it. When they get stuck in the cul-de-sac.
What are you doing, Michael? What are you doing?
Right. Okay. Go back.
Go back again.
Bad man far there like that.
Yeah.
Our fears in Banquo stick deep.
Oh! He heard us, didn't he?
Who?
Macbeth on the heath.
At the start of the
At the
play!
start of the play, he heard us hail Banquo father to a line of kings.
Father to a line of kings! I remember.
Upon my head they put a fruitless crown, and put a barren sceptre in my grip, thence to be wrenched with an unlineal hand, no son of mine preceding.
I get why the boy's stressing.
Put all that effort into getting to the top.
There is none, no, for Banquo's issue I have barred my mind.
And to
For them the gracious Duncan have I murdered.
And to have your best friend take it all away.
There is none but he whose being I do fear.
Do you reckon he might do something about it? Get rid of Banquo.
If you've killed once to get something you want, you can do it again. Things bad begun make strong themselves by ill. Shakespeare said that.
I said to Banquo, I said, your children shall be kings. He said nothing.
Hold it there. Really well done. Can we just finish this scene by going from the end of the coronation up to
Into
that
this,
point?
yeah.
Up
Of
to
course.
that point, is that
Yeah,
okay?
of course.
And
Coronation.
we'll run that one more time. And then I think, because there are some questions that have been in comments that have come through, it'd be quite nice to just respond to those that have come through. Really well done. Okay, Thomas, do you want to...
From the so is it from Macbeth is like silence the audience in the cool.
And you raised it.
And I've right. Do you want me to do the hip hip hooray?
It's really clear. It's really clear. Yeah, I think the hip.
Yeah, do that.
I think it was interesting today because we had a class in today where we were doing a little bit of the banquet scene that follows this. The coronation scene, and the first time getting the audience up.
Yeah,
and
great.
Remember, so the idea is that when they're crowned and there's music playing, we get the whole audience to stand up. But of course, in a school setting, students have been told you've got the kind of the discipline of the school, so they're told to sit. And the challenge is for you as actors is it's okay for you to stand.
Yeah.
It's going to be managed well, and it's like, how do I say it? And I think you've got quite a strong voice, haven't you? So it's almost like they haven't got a choice but to, and I think that's probably the best way. It's like,
especially in the context of this scene, it just brings the audience into that idea of they've got no choice. It's a tyrant. It's a tyrant's rule. You stand. So
no, that's good. The way you do it is good. It's like, it's okay, it's firm, it's clear.
Yeah.
I think if you said, all right, can everyone stand, please? No one's
going to listen. No. Yeah.
Okay.
From the all eyes.
Yeah.
Well, they've all sat.
Okay. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
How does it feel, eh? King, Cawdor, Glamis, got it all.
To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus.
To be safely thus. What does he mean? To be safely thus.
What do you mean?
I mean, our fears in Banquo stick deep.
His fears in Banquo.
Our fears in Banquo stick deep.
Oh! He heard us, didn't he?
Who?
Macbeth on the heath.
At the start of the play.
At the start of the play, Macbeth heard us hail Banquo, father to a line of kings.
Father to a line of kings. I remember.
Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown, and put a barren sceptre in my grip. Thence to be wrenched with a lineal hand, no son of mine proceeding.
I get why the boy's stressing.
You put all that effort to get into the top.
For Banquo's issue I have filed my mind. For them the gracious Duncan have I murdered.
And to have your best friend take it all away.
There's none.
Well done. Woo. Well done. Well done. Come and have a seat. Come and have a seat, team.
In the same order.
How? We'll look at some questions and comments that have come through. But before we do that, how, in terms of process, Menashe, how, when you're making something, what's helpful for you as an actor in terms of, making that journey from A to B? What helps you?
I think what really helps me is, as we're going through it, having really clear intentions of what is it we're trying to communicate to the audience, and also knowing how can I, as an actor, make sure that's coming across clear. Whether that's through the movements we're doing, through the characterization, through the voice and use of language. As long as, like, for me, knowing my character's journey makes everything a lot easier.
Thank you. Elliot, what about for you? Because every actor performer is different in terms of how they make that journey. Well, what about you? What works for you? What's helpful for you?
For me, having the space to play, because I think it's quite difficult having I'm quite a physical person, so having the physicality of Macbeth in my body as I'm doing it on the stage helps me to really connect to his through four, and then being able to go, I like that, I don't like that, I can get rid of that, I can use that later, and play and create in the space, especially with directors like you and RJ. They facilitate that growth of the character. It doesn't just, you don't walk into the room and it's perfect. You enter the room and create it with your cohort, and that really helps me.
Thank you. Thomas, what about you?
I think just knowing the script, like we did a really good exercise earlier where we just did the lines to each other, and hearing each other's voices in those lines gives you the freedom to go, we know the script, we know what we're doing, and like you said, play, because we all have that moment of like, right, what line, okay, yeah, all that sort of thing, and if you get too lost in your head of the writing, you need to know it like the back of your hand, so that you can just go, we've got confidence in the script, we've got confidence in the writing, and we've got confidence in ourselves. Let's explore, play, listen, and listen. Exactly, yeah. Actually listen, as if it's being said for the first time. So,
as if it's being said for the first time, that's a really important thing, because I have a habit of, because I know the script, I have a habit of just
sticking on it.
Just saying it, but being able to listen and respond is a really, really useful tool.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's a really lovely point, actually, listening to each other. It's easy said than done, but sometimes you fall into that trap of just coming out of the lines, and it makes such a difference. Really well done, and it's not, it's the end of the day, the end of the week, and it takes a big physical energy. So really, really well done. Can we? We've got some questions and comments that have come through, and I think this one. I think Thomas, this is one for you actually.
Okay.
How do the actors manage playing lots of different roles? So, can you just go through the list of the characters that you play?
Yeah, of course. So I play which one? Macduff, who is Macbeth's arch nemesis' foil. I do play Banquo at one point. There's the light. I do play Banquo at one point as well. I play a multitude of servants and guards and MacDonald at one point, the traitor. And there's also a moment where, in the script, where there's this blur between our witches and being the actor A and B, and genuinely talking to the audience. So that's the list of characters, and we're finding more as we go along as well, like to help fill in places that we're like.
But how do you find, switching from one to the other? How do you cope with that?
How do I cope with that? You've got to have you've got to do your homework, and you've got to have a clear. It helps to know which lines in this script is which character. So there's moments where I might be talking in The Witch, and then I flip to a line that in the original script was Macduff's line, like the "Oh horror, horror, awake, awake." That's a Macduff line. So knowing which lines, and so that you can build the character in your head, and also colour. I like to work with colour, and we're very lucky with these is that they have different colours on them as well. So Macduff is blue. So I have this idea of blue, and it helps the audience as well in such a fast-paced piece, to have that physical. And you do have costume changes and physicality changes and voice changes. So it's about doing your homework on each one and physically splitting them up and giving each character enough time to rehearse as, and then melding them all together.
Thank you.
Of course.
I think this one's for you, Elliot. What key characteristics are important for presenting Macbeth on stage?
So the one that we're, I think, focusing mainly on is ambition and his drive, and Lady M says, not about ambition. Me, Macbeth, not about ambition. It's something I hadn't given a lot of attention to until we gave it more focus in the rehearsal room.
and it's the one's pushing and the other one isn't, because he is a loyal soldier, but he is ambitious, so he does want greatness for himself. So it's finding that balance, and when one overpowers the other, that I am enjoying playing with, that I am a loyal and honourable soldier, and I do love my country, and I do love my king, but that ambition is the thing overpowering it all.
That's a terrific, I think from the point of view of an actor, that's a tremendously useful thing to consider, this tension. You're absolutely right. You put your life on the line by defending your country. You fought. You're an establishment figure, but at the same time you have this thing called ambition in you that is challenging. But that's a lovely thing to remember as you travel through the play. This tension within you. I think that's tremendous. Thank you, Elliot. Menashe, how does working with a more sparse set impact upon your performance? I mean, what's it been like working with 3 rostra?
Yeah, I think it really, as an actor working with this kind of space, it really makes you have to think about, like, where exactly am I? What's the setting? Like, what time of day is it? Am I inside? Am I outside? Is it cold? So it's on you to, like, imagine the actual setting, because we have quite a sparse set. But at the same time, it's really helpful because it then allows you're not really constrained too much in terms of, like, well, I can't move here because there's a massive prop here. It's like I can move, I can jump, I can, like, and really, like, explore and play with the space. Which is good.
That's fantastic. This is a question for each of you in turn. Because you're now, you're early on in your careers, but I want you to think back to your GCSE self. And Menashe, you can start on this one. If you were giving advice to Menashe at 15 years old, and Menashe at 15 maybe really into drama and theatre, didn't know whether it might turn into a professional career, but what would you advise that student that might help them learn more about it or test their ambition?
Ooh, 15. I'm just going to imagine this 15-year-old Menashe stood right in front of me. I'd probably say to her to just believe in herself a bit more, and to just, like, try different things and not feel, like, scared and, like, so shy or think that people are judging you. Because I feel like at that age especially, it feels like, well, that's not cool, so I don't want to do it. Like, my friends aren't doing that, so I'm not going to do it. But, like, exactly. Yeah. It's like you genuinely enjoy this, so, like, go out, find, like, a group, something, and just, like, get stuck in.
Thank you, Menashe. Elliot, so a 15-year-old Elliot, what would you say to him? Because you were very much into drama at school, weren't you?
Yeah.
Did you do GCSE drama?
I did do GCSE drama.
And did you go to BTEC or A-level?
A-level.
A-level drama. So you were serious about drama for me. But what else would you have done differently or in addition, looking back?
I think the having no fear to try new things is a really important point to get across. Don't be afraid to try things and fail. Failing is the first step of learning. And yeah, put yourself forward for all the opportunities you see presented to yourself, because I definitely didn't do things because it wasn't cool. Yeah. There were things that I missed out on because I was like, oh, I won't get that, or my friends won't think that's popular, or I won't fit into that group because I'm not quite as arty or creative as they are. But I do regret missing those opportunities. And this was one I was thinking of the other day, like, phone cameras are so modern. You can make a film on your phone with your friends. If you want to practice acting and doing screen acting, just shoot something with you and your mates. Yeah. You're going to get practice using a camera, you're going to get practice being in front of the camera.
Practice angles.
So yeah, make stuff at home. Go make your own film, even if it's a two-hander with your third mate, or even if it's just the two of you and you do a scene in swap places. Just make things at home.
Thank you. Yeah. Thomas, what about you? Going back to looking at your 15-year-old self, what would you advise?
Stay curious. Stay curious. Just question everything in a healthy way, and like, why does that mean that? And just always staying curious. It links to what you were saying, what you were both saying, of like, don't close yourself off to anything, and you might not be good at it. Doesn't matter at the end of the day. You gave it a go. At least you can say to yourself, I didn't do that because I tried it and for some reason it wasn't working, but I found something from that experience that I can take to something that I am good at, as opposed to, oh, why didn't you do that? It's, oh, I didn't do it. So it's like, oh, well, you're good at it. I don't know. Probably not. It's like, well, no, you don't know that. So be curious and listen, and it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. You've got time. You've got time, and the world's bigger than your school as well. Because when you're 15, that's all that you have. It's bigger. It's bigger. The world is big.
Thank you. One last question.
World is big.
This is one for me. I really like the writing. I couldn't tell which was Shakespeare and which was contemporary.
Oh wow!
Did you write these questions?
But listen, thank you so much for your work today. Thank you for opening up to friends, and hopefully there'll be students from the schools that will be visiting over the next few months. We're very much looking forward to coming to see you.
So excited.
And if there's any time left, we might finish with, depending on time, I think we've got to finish. I was going to say we're going to finish with the death of Banquo, but that's be a spoiler because we don't want you to let you know what happens to Banquo. Yeah.
You'll just have to be there.
Anyway, take care. Thank you very much for watching and see you very soon. Bye everyone.
See you later.